Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday evening, and it's now time for some amazing FIFA action on the eISL powered by Coca Cola. Before we have the event started, we've got to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, starting off with our associate sponsor, Hero, our esports partner, Nordwind Gaming, our platform partners, PlayStation, and our digital collectibles partners, Terra Virtua. Joining along with me, like always, is going to be Azim, and things are really getting heated up, Azim, in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And another interesting match for a battle in the top four. But quickly, let's
Yeah.
take you through our tournament format. As always, for all of you new viewers out there, of course, we are just coming towards the end of the league stages, which will culminate on the 13th of March. The top four teams will make it to the finals to be played on the 19th to the 21st. And of course, then the two winning team members battle it out to represent India in the FIFA Global Series 2022. But not just the honor of the FGS, but also a huge prize pool fixtures.
Oh yes, talking about the prize pool again, for those who are tuning in lately, we have 78 lakh rupees on the line, and that just does not end over there. We have something special for our MVP as well. As you can see, the first position getting 15 lakh rupees, the second so on reduces down, and the MVP receives not just 4 lakh rupees but also a personalized NFT of the player by Terra Virtua.
Yeah, of course, that's something a lot of the players will be looking forward to, having themselves immortalized as an NFT. But of course, talking about today's game, going to be very, very interesting. Jamshedpur FC, of course, still in that battle for top four. Hyderabad FC, you could say, have slightly dropped off the pace, as we can see on the leaderboard over here. Hyderabad FC currently sitting in ninth place and would need something resembling a miracle to make it up to the top four. Still not mathematically impossible, so they have to keep at it. But for Jamshedpur FC, win here can take them back up into the top four for the time being, because they will have had played one more game than a few of the competitors around them.
Oh yeah, I mean, you talk about Jamshedpur FC. It was a long spell where they were, sort of falling down and down till the last time they finally managed to come out through. And Arvind, he has regained back his form. Akash had done that prior to the previous matchup. So yeah, Jamshedpur FC are definitely looking good. Talking about Hyderabad. On their side, we've got Adi Zima, who's on a stellar form. DK, he's recovering on his lady luck. So right now, let's take a look at the matchups that we have scheduled for the evening. Let's see who goes against whom, as we do have Akash Ash going up against DK. Now, this is again a matchup we've seen in the past, in which Akash managed to edge it out in a 2-1 scoreline, heading over to Arvind and Adi Zima. It was a 1 each draw. But eventually, during the co-op, which really got intensified last time, Jamshedpur FC managed to come out through. So there we are going to have it. So ideally, you would want Jamshedpur FC to take a victory, but you never know. Hyderabad FC, they come up with a lot of surprises.
Yeah, and I think Hyderabad FC, they're going to play the role sort of almost of spoilers for the remainder of the tournament. It's going to be now about which team they are best friends with, whose momentum can they stop and create the benefit for somebody else. That's really what it's going to be all about. If we look at the head-to-head for Hyderabad FC, they have, the stats don't look all that bad, honestly, for them. They have been scoring a reasonable amount of goals, but it's that matches won which has been the problem. There have been potential games where they could have taken more points, but just unfortunately the luck was not on their side. They can still get themselves up to 16 points today, just about keep themselves in the discussion. It would be a very, very small chance for them to make the top four, but as we said, until it's mathematically impossible, these guys will keep going.
Oh yeah, I mean, at this point, everyone wants to put their hearts on the line, right? Such an important matchup, especially for the likes of Jamshedpur FC, because lately they had dropped quite a lot of points. But here we go, taking a look at the previous matchup we've had when these two teams went against each other. Of course, Jamshedpur FC managing to come out through with 3 points. But today, anything can change. Adizima has been in a stellar run. He's been winning a lot of his games against the stalwarts of the FIFA community. He has managed to go up against Orange, did manage to take down even the likes of Shubham. So ideally, you would want him to also redeem himself against Arvind Mas. It is definitely going to come back. So we had a chat with Arvind the last time, and he said, he was double questioning himself. So he was double guessing. Now he's just going to go all out. And for all the Jamshedpur FC support, that is definitely a good news.
Yeah, absolutely. And very, very closely matched in their FIFA skills as well. Both the same age as well, 22 years old, Akash and DK. And DK will be hoping that actually both of these players have had the fair share of bad luck in 2022, particularly. Akash, of course, we've been known that ball of his, whenever he takes a shot, it seems like there's a magnet in it that keeps attracting it to the frame of the goal, always rebounding and going out. But Akash was an early contender for that MVP spot, scored a lot of goals early in the tournament, but has dropped off just a little bit for DK. It's been a very, very inconsistent tournament, sadly for him. But well, they still have 7 games left to play, and you win all 7 of them, get yourselves up to 35 points, and then anything can happen.
Oh yeah, I mean at this point anything can particularly happen considering DK, like you said, he's been having a tough time with Lady Luck apparently, but lately he has managed to see things through in those couple of games. Again, a very experienced player. We've seen him in the past also playing in their other FIFA tournaments as well. But here we go. It's kickoff time. We do have Hyderabad FC from right to left and Jamshedpur FC from left to right. And this is going to be one hell of a matchup. Akash Ash against DK. Let's see who manages to come out through.
And let's see what new changes there are. I think the meta is sort of settling into place. Usually, there's a couple of different types that you can go with. Usually, ends up with one midfielder or one fullback ending up changing. But the two Ronaldos, the Pele in there, no Messi chosen by DK, but he's swarming through very, very early on. Let's see if he can get an early goal using Bellingham over there. Kante, of course, in for Jamshedpur FC. I think not too much of a change from the last time we saw them playing over here with the team of their cards. And both teams looking like getting in pretty early, both wanting to get that goal. And it might just be here for Akash. We can get this shot away. He does, but I think well marshaled and early pause. Maybe controller related thing, or maybe or sweaty hand related, who knows. But I think we should be back in the game very, very soon. And both players, I think, starting with on the front foot, trying to get that goal and trying to take control of the match.
Oh yeah, and this is really a good start for Jamshedpur FC, right? Exactly what they wanted, to apply that pressure early on. And Akash, we know that he might be silent for quite some time, but once he starts unleashing his true potential, he starts getting really deadly. But then again, DK would have to look for all those counter-attacking opportunities, because sometimes if Akash manages to open up his defense and it's split apart, that is where DK does have the cue to go in and score. That's a very good pass coming with that volley. What a goal coming in from DK. Oh my goodness. What was that?
Sue, says DK, as it is the CR7 card that gets the job done. A very, very good cross. He spotted that cross perfectly, and then the volley into that far corner. Unerring accuracy there from DK. Gets the goal early on. And of course, Cristiano Ronaldo finally getting himself back into form yesterday in the real world as well. So maybe some good signs, some good omens for all the CR7 fans out there. But an early goal for DK, exactly what he wanted, and gets the ball away from the restart as well. So he'll be looking to capitalize. He'll be looking to get a 2-goal cushion if he can, and really turn the screw on Jamshedpur FC. And I would say that DK and Akash are both quite similar types of players. That they like to hold possession, and they also get very explosive in that final third. But what I liked was that DK went for that cross. The opportunity was there. He didn't just keep playing it on the ground. Went for the brave pass and got his reward for it.
Oh yeah, I mean it was so well executed, right? He saw CR7 going for the run. He went in. He went for that long cross, and that is exactly what he needed. I mean, definitely one of the Terra Virtua Super moments of the match. Has to be, right? One of the best goals that we've seen so far in the eISL. So perfectly well timed. And now we've got to see if he can manage to score one more. Now, if Akash Ash loses this one out, there's going to be so much pressure coming up. But it's still early phases of the game, with Bellingham has to find someone. Instead, Kante comes in to rescue, and Jamshedpur FC have regained the possession back.
Yeah, I think Hyderabad FC looking a bit more threatening on that counter attack, you could say, because in the regular build-up, Akash seems to be dealing with everything. But when DK really turns on the afterburners, he gets that pace going. That's when Akash struggled to get going. And DK himself has been reasonably well organized on defense so far. nothing major, no major panic for him to deal with in the opening 24-25 minutes, and he's trying to keep it that way. But we know it just takes one moment, just one little great pass to unlock the defense, one moment of individual brilliance of skill on the ball, and it can all change. And it might just be coming here for the moment. Akash being patient. I think that's offside. Nope, it's not. Manages to keep Messi onside over there. And being very, very patient, taking his time in building and waiting for that mistake, waiting for that one overcommit from DK for him to pounce.
Oh yeah, and this is a good opportunity, and there you have it. There you have it. Just when we were thinking that Hyderabad FC might have taken the driver's seat, Jamshedpur FC come in right back at it. Now it's all leveled up.
Yeah, very, very well worked. He was very patient, and as I said, he was just waiting for that one over extension from DK, and that's all he needed, and he managed to pounce. Of course, we've seen a lot of these goals scored from that square pass, that cut back from the goal line, and that seems to be the last resort for a lot of players. Where they're like, okay, this seems to work. This seems to give me the highest percentage of getting a shot on goal, and in pressure situations, and of course, the end of the league stage is all about pressure situations. We've seen a lot of goals coming using that particular tactic. And now for DK, he also has to remain as patient as Akash was. Keep using the same strategy. Of course, when he gets the opportunity to counter-attack, he needs to go for it, but almost finding the ball through. And now it could be Akash on the counter. No, well won. And this is a big opportunity. If DK can find it, not quite. Akash defending that very well.
Oh yeah, I mean, in that particular run, just previously, if Halit had been in a better position, could be a different story altogether. But that's a break for Akash Ash, and he's gonna make no mistake in converting that into a goal. And Jamshedpur FC, just before the half-time, they've hit one more, and they've taken the lead. It's 2-1.
Yeah, and these are the fine margins we talk about in the eISL. I mean, it was all about DK's move over there. He was getting his midfielder involved, getting Ruud Gullit involved over there. But, of course, the pass didn't work out. And then once you have a midfielder overrun, a midfielder overextended, that leaves you so open to a counter-attack. And, of course, Akash played the counter to perfection, found the ball through on the right flank, and then that simple slide across goal for a simple finish. So Akash, an early setback, not bothering him too much. For DK, it's really more of the same story of this season. कि DK के साथ ऐसे ही होते रहता है. And well, can he get it back? Can these guys give us a nice 4, 5, 6 goal classic? Let's see. It could be for DK over here. Couldn't get the pass away. Maybe could have gone a bit earlier. But now Akash again will be looking to play on that counter attack. Will be looking to mix it up. Sometimes I think he's played it well. He knows when to accelerate the play. He knows when to slow it down, and is doing a good job, deservedly leading at the moment.
Oh yeah, he's definitely has gotten good grasp, good grip over the game. As Marquinhos will be passing it on towards Hullet and gives it away to Hakimi in the process. But taking a look at things, it's just that last attack left before the first half whistle blows, and now we've got to see if he can make anything out of it. Now DK has been looking really deadly, has been looking really sharp. The final third is where he could work upon just a little bit. The first goal was an absolute shocker though, but this could be a potential good break with Pele. Will pass it on towards Ronaldo, still trying to play around with the ball, looking for the opportunity, but no. Akash Ash deals with it, and that being said, the final whistle of the first half has been blown, and Hyderabad FC on 1 goal deficit.
Yeah, and it's well, it started off well enough for DK. I think the counter attack worked for him really well. Got that finish, was pumped up, got the energy going. But Akash, he's a very cool customer. He stayed calm, he stayed composed, and of course, he has great advice coming from the sidelines with a player like Mas next to him. And yeah, there you go. Just played it as simple as you like. Just worked that wall beautifully. Got himself that square pass, and then this counter attack again worked to perfection. Man light on defense over there was DK, and well, in that situation, never going to miss. And that's the same story again. We have now kicked off yet again. It is Jamshedpur FC who get the kickoff, and DK will be very eager to try and get that goal back, try and salvage at least a draw. So that takes a little bit of pressure off his teammate going into the second game.
Oh yeah, and again, this is the point where Akash Ash will continue to getting a little more deadly, right? He's already got that lead. He's playing a very simplistic FIFA, keeping things at the basics with Ronaldo. He's gonna take a shot, and there you have it, Azim. Just when I was saying he's gonna start getting deadly, he scores one more, and now for Hyderabad FC, things are looking really dark and murky.
Yeah, it's just all about instinct over there. Just sent the defender one way, went the other, and then of course when you're in that position, a lot of players we've seen off late not taking those shots. Maybe afraid that it's going to go wide, maybe it's going to hit the post, maybe the keeper will save it. But I mean, as the old saying goes, if you don't buy a ticket, you can't win the lottery, and that has been the case for Akash over there. Took the shot, might not have been the highest percentage shot in the world. Keeper could well have saved it, but put it into the corner, placed it well, and then got his reward for it. And DK, since the start of the game, hasn't really looked at all in control of the match. He has been, of course, for, ahead for only a brief while, but Akash just kept storming back, and really he came back by gaining control of midfield, not allowing DK the ball, forcing DK into mistakes, and that is really the difference that we've seen right now defensively. Not quite been solid enough, and Akash has step by step, slowly, surgically kept opening that defense up. And there we go. Will he go for the finish shot? Yes, he does, and it flies just wide.
No way. No way, Azim. Had that gone in, that could have been good night, right? That would have been that sweet lullaby that Akash would have sung DK to his slumber. Because again, this match is so much important for Hyderabad FC. But now, again, Ronaldo, he's trying to enter in through, not with Maldini there, but instead finds another player, and there he scores with Pele. And this matchup is getting so much more exciting right now. DK making a comeback. It's 3-2.
Yeah, got a bit fortunate over there with the way the deflection fell for him, but worked the position well, worked the shooting opportunity, and that's what he needs to do more of. Take that shot. And I mean, that's what we've been saying on commentary all throughout, right? If you take that shot, you never know what can happen. That deflection might just fall your way. The keeper might force a corner. It might give you an opportunity. And now, of course, the pressure is on Akash again. At 3-1, I think he was very, very comfortable. But at 3-2, well, the nerves do start to creep in. And the longer it goes, of course, the more difficult it gets. Because at 3-2, at the moment, DK will still be playing his regular game, his normal tactics. But as we reach that 70-75 minute mark, that's when DK is going to get those tactical changes done, those substitutions made. He's going to get those fullbacks involved in the build-up as well. And, pulling CR7 off the ball over there with Ruben Diaz. And now, looking to counter, has a good opportunity with Mbappe, but can't quite find it.
Oh, yeah. And, now with how things are panning out, it's going to look so much more tricky. And there you have Akash leading that run from that left wing. But Marquinhos completely reading him like an open book, has managed to dodge it off. And this is a potential good break with Mbappe. Has going to be charging it. Takes that shot, but the gloves of Casillas come in between as it goes out for a corner.
Yeah, and will he look to get a long range shot or try to get a cross in over here? Again, so many bodies back. It's so difficult. But now, this is a good moment to search for that cutback. He finds it to Gullit. Now it's about, can he work that shooting opportunity? Can't quite do it. The pause is skewed. I think he wants to get some more dribbling ability, some more power in there to navigate those tight spots. And, well, good pressure from DK. He's got the ball now to Gullit. He's got Hakimi involved as well. But... well, looks like Bellingham might have picked up an injury there as well. But yeah, I think the midfield battle has been won by Akash. But in those tight areas, DK is making it look like he can stage a comeback. And it does look like Lionel Messi will be brought on for DK very soon.
Oh, yeah. I think a few substitutes are definitely going to be required. But both these players, I'm loving the FIFA that we're witnessing over here, going after each other. It's a banter going on between these two amazing clubs that we have. And TK knows that if he keeps on being a little bit more resilient, he's definitely going to find that equalizer at the very least. At least that's what he can do. Again, has his whole attention focus gripped inside the game, taking some tips from Adizima. Definitely the man more experienced and can give him some words of wisdom. But for now, it's going to be a corner for Akash, and we've got to see if he's practiced some sort of a set routine. But Now it's just going to be a short one with Cancelo trying to get in. We'll look for that cross, but eventually just goes out for a throw.
Yeah, and a lot of attacking substitutions made. Interestingly, he took Ronaldo off, got De Bruyne in. He's also got Eusebio and Messi on, has DK. So maybe looking for a few long range opportunities, maybe looking for some more passing ability. It does look like he's taken off Hullet as well. So I think that was sort of the last straw, that not being able to get those chances. And I think De Bruyne giving him a little bit more of a shooting opportunity. He has taken Ronaldo 9 off as well. So now let's see if these substitutions can pay dividends. He is getting the fullbacks forward and involved as well. You can see Hakimi and Cancelo holding the width, and he does find the fullback. It's a big chance if he can find the right card back. He does, but Akash read that perfectly. I think if he had hesitated just a little bit more, he could have opened up a shooting opportunity. But well, all in the moment. It's very difficult to make those decisions in a split second, and Akash made the right decision for him. And I think we'll see him now trying to just take the sting out of this game, pass the ball around a little bit. And it's going to get frustrating for DK if he can't get the ball, but he has got to throw in and got possession back now.
Oh yeah, I think DK has sort of gotten the momentum rolling in his court right now. Of course, he's one goal down, but the pressure he's applying. Akash is playing on the back foot over here. Could be a good pass. You save, you're completely breaking through, but gifting it to Casillas.
Oh my god, he took that shot, took it straight at the keeper. I think it needed to be just a little bit better aim, need to be right in that near post. And we have seen the near post shots starting to be a little less effective. We saw this with Chayanthan yesterday as well. And a cheap giveaway from DK. Is he going to regret that now? On the counter attack comes Akash. Will he look to finish this game off right here? It does look like that's the case. He finds Eusebio, but pulled out of the corner by Donnarumma. Oh my goodness. And it's still 3-2.
What did we sign up for, Azim, tonight? I mean, what an impeccable FIFA display by these two players, going after each other. Of course, at this point, all that Akash would want to do is hog on the ball a little bit, maybe take it around the corners, try to eat away as much time as possible. And that is exactly what he is intending to do. So, of course, DK is going to apply that extra bit of pressure, but the ball just being played around a little long, and I think that might just do it, right? With Marquinhos, he's going to try to keep possession a little bit more with Casillas, just making those safe passes, not making anything hasty, nothing out of ordinary. And what we really thought could have been an easy game was not anything like it. It ended 3-2. Jamshedpur FC coming out with the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. And they get the job done. It was a lot more difficult than Akash may have thought after taking a comfortable 3-1 lead. But DK, well, really gave it everything. I think that one really cheap giveaway was the key thing at about 85 minutes, where he could have kept the ball, really kept that pressure building on Akash. Because if you give that ball away post the 82-85 minute mark, chances are with players in the eISL, you're not going to see it back again, particularly in high stakes matches like this. But Akash gets the win. It is 3-2. We were expecting goals, and well, they did deliver. And now it's over to Arvind Mas and Adizima. Can they give us an equally entertaining affair? And can Adizima get that win to keep Hyderabad FC's hopes alive and throw a spanner into Jamshedpur FC's plans?
Oh, anything is possible at this point, Adizima definitely would be eyeing out for that comeback, and you could see after that first goal, Hyderabad FC, I mean, they were brimming with pride up until this point. These lose giveaways, not just this one, but even the one that followed it up is where Akash Ash really got the better out of him. We could see two different styles of play initially. He wanted to keep things very safe and sound. He was not trying anything too flashy. But as the match went on, as he started gaining his confidence back, that is the moment he knew that he could go all in. That's where we saw him attempting all those finesse shots, everything that he possibly could have. And look at this one as well. This one also was a stunner and was the potential winner inside this game. We did, however, see DK scoring one more. And, in situations like this, look at this. It was a cheeky deflection, and Pele had no issues or troubles as to finish it off. But overall, a very tight knit matchup between these two players, but Akash Ash sees it through.
Yeah, and you can see Akash can barely believe that wasn't 4-2 over there. But yeah, a close game. I think 3-2 statistically also probably is just about the fairest outcome. I think Akash dominating every single stat possible over there. Possession, shots, expected goals, absolutely everything. So very, very dominant display from him. But DK gave him a very, very good run for his money. So yeah, he'll know he was in a game so far.
Oh yeah, and considering where Jamshedpur FC are right now at the 7th spot, they would definitely want to win this and make their way secured in the top 4 at least. That's what is on the line for them. That is how intense, that is how gripping this matchup has become. And I'm pretty sure, a lot of teams would have offered a lot of pizzas to DK to try and take them down. But regardless, we do have Akash who's waiting for us inside the studio. And we're going to just have him over here. Hello, Akash. Congratulations on that amazing win. Finally, I think the clouds have been cleared.
Yeah, thanks a lot, but I don't know, like it was very tight game to be honest. Like DK had his chances, like I had a keeper movement. He red timed a shot which in a 1v1. So I mean, it was pretty close game.
Yeah, but you managed to get the job done. Of course, for y'all, it's vital now. Every match is must win for y'all to keep in that top 4. So how are y'all dealing with the pressure? Of course, there is the pressure going into every match. So how do you, on a personal level, just deal with it?
I mean, nothing crazy. We just take one match at a time. I think in the middle we thought a lot about the tournament. That's why we had our bad run. So we want to keep it simple, just one game at a time. Just go with the flow.
All right, so go with the flow is your mantra over here. But I'm pretty sure, back in the hotel, things are starting to get really heated up. So we were just speculating, if pizzas were offered to Hyderabad FC to try and take you down, because you definitely are one of the close contenders for that top 4.
Yeah, I mean the top 4 is crazy right now. Like there are like 7 teams, like running for it. So it's gonna be it's gonna be really good for the viewers out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we are enjoying watching every match, and well, we have another match coming up right away. So we'll let you hurry back to your teammate, and all the best to him, and good luck for the rest of the game.
Thank you guys, thank you.
Cheers. All right, so, of course, Akash, mentioning how things are starting to get heated up, and yeah, for the viewers out there, I think this is so good for the viewers, right? You are supporting your club, the pressure is all right, but at the end they're getting the best FIFA that we can offer in the country right now. So if
Yep.
you guys are enjoying these players going after each other, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button, because this was just the first season, right? We still have a lot to go, a lot of drama coming right your way. But then again, for the future updates, you need to be tuned in, right? You need to be having that subscribe button clicked over, the bell notification, and everything that you've got to do. But getting back into this matchup, Arvin versus Adizima, what are your speculations, Azim?
Well, I think it's Arvind Mas who's really, really found his form of late. He had dropped off for a few weeks, wasn't really getting the wins, but suddenly it clicked for him in the last game. And we know that he's a really, really intelligent, really explosive player. But I guess the same thing can be said of Adi Zima. He's the cerebral assassin, you could call him. He's a guy who's always thinking, always has a new tactic, always observing what his opponents are doing. And well, he would have had a lot of observations about how Arvind has been adapting to the new meta and the new title update. So it's going to be interesting to see. Adizima, of course, was very vocal early on about being a very defensively solid player, but he has been leaking those goals off late.
Yeah.
And you have to question that, considering the new meta has favored defensive players. You would have expected him to really start dominating.
And this is where I think a player like Arvind, he's also defensively really great, because we've seen him go up against so many good players, and still he's managed to hold on. Up until lately, he's been having a bad run. I think finally, the last time he came into play was where he managed to recover himself, rather redeem himself with a very good win. But today, these two players going off against each other, it's going to be a really good battle, right? Very closely contested players. We can see, even in terms of age, do have the experience. One from the Chennai circuit, and we know how they love their FIFA, right? It's kind of a religion over there, a little bit of a cult going on. And for Adizima, hailing from Jindal, we've got to see if we can make anything out of this matchup over here. Look at the statistics, so closely matched up. It is all going to come down to whose defense kind of falls before the other, because that is going to
Yeah.
decide the winner of this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a very tight tactical affair. Both these players not necessarily known for high-scoring encounters. Although we have seen both of them involved in the occasional rare high-scoring game, but Adizima will have the goal-scoring stats at least in his favor, having scored more goals in less games. So I think it's about whether he can keep it solid, if he can keep it tight, and stop Arvind from scoring. Typically, Adizima, the game favors him if he gets an early lead. He absolutely loves that, because then he can just settle down and play his game, just play on the counter attack, and that might be the plan that we see. We do see the kickoff now. Hyderabad FC again in their red away jersey. Actually, both teams in the away jerseys. I think because red and yellow would have been a clash either way. So, well, some of the idiosyncrasies occasionally of matchmaking, but there you go. We see De Bruyne, Hullet. We also see Neymar in for Hyderabad FC. So, a different composition from what DK has been favoring. And let's see now if Adizima can make it count. It is a pressure game for him. He knows he needs to get that win if Hyderabad FC are to get any chance of spoiling the party for Jamshedpur FC and getting those 3 points. And of course, keeping their tiny, tiny, slim hopes of qualifying to the top four alive.
Oh yeah, I think that's going to be so important for them. But now, De Bruyne passing it on to his Ronaldo. He's got a good chance at that. Adizima. Oh my God, that was some really good display of skills over there in that final third. But like I said, Azim, Arvind is that good of a player defensively, so he's got to come up with some better strategies than that.
Yeah, well, actually, he did. He lost the initial shooting opportunity, but did actually well to then create an opportunity again. Unfortunately for him, it was a bad angle, and of course, the weaker foot, which for Ronaldo, of course, as we have learned from V Sharma's recent FIFA Finesse series, is well, you want a 5-star foot for it to be effective from these angles, and he's waiting. He's waiting for Arvind over there to commit to a tackle, and he wants to draw him out, but Arvind, he's smart enough. He knows. And there you go. This is a big opportunity.
No
Again,
way.
doesn't take the shot. Again,
Oh.
that hesitation from Adizima is costing him once that perfect shooting opportunity. And he had it, but he was waiting for an even better one.
Yeah, I mean, going out for perfection, just walking on eggs over there. Completely stopped. And this might go punished because it's
Oh.
all opened up. And oh, Arvind, he took a shot. That was all well timed. Everything was fine. But the keeper coming in to rescue the corner, also being stolen away. And now it's a break with Marquinhos. Would be looking for Mbappe. Has got to use that blistering pace. Adizima has got a good chance of trying and score this one.
Again.
Oh,
Oh my God. Again, Adizima not taking the opportunity to shoot. And are these early chances going to cost him? He has to make one of them count. Surely now. This time he shoots, but the shot is blocked. And of course, it wasn't the best, the best position to shoot from over there. But he's going to be looking back at this. If he doesn't get the win over here, he's going to be looking back at these early 20 minutes and kicking himself, because, of course, by now, Arvind will have figured out that, okay, this is what he wants to do. He wants to get it in the box. He's not going to take that shot the first time. He is always going to do the fake, and he can learn to expect that. So now he's going to have to change his mentality as well, is Adizima.
Oh.
And a tackle in there, but yeah, clean enough, no penalty. And Arvind Mas, having survived the opening 23 minutes, the onslaught from Adizima, can now look to just take a deep breath, settle down, and start trying to control the game.
yeah, I think this is gonna haunt Adizima at some point or the other if he loses this matchup, because it's so much more important for Hyderabad FC to try and win this one out and take it to the third game, where things can be certain, at least in that co-op battle. But for now, Adizima pretty much knows that he messed up on those few occasions, but he can definitely recover. A player of his stature knows how to get back inside the game. But against Alvin Mas, it's not going to be an easy task. But what we are really witnessing is, he's going solo with the players. He's going for those skill moves, and then during the shots, going out for the fakes. That's definitely costing him a lot. But that being said, we do have Jamshedpur FC this time on the attack. Eusebio having a little bit of room and space, but will still look for a man to pass. And indeed, he does that, trying to break through with a defender. And once he finds that, I think he's definitely going to go for the shot.
Yeah, of course, finding a shooting opportunity against Adizima is, of course, easier said than done. And as I did say, that one goal cushion, if Adizima can get it, and he has the opportunity now, getting in behind with Neymar. This time, of course, he can't take the shot full time. First time, he is going to have to find a few tricks. Works it almost well enough, but Marquinhos over there reading that cutback quite easily. It was a little bit too simplistic over there. And now Arvind Mas looking to counter attack, getting forward with Eusebio, winning that ball, but the defense from Adizima on as always. Now will he look to find Hakimi? I think he was looking for Hakimi over there, but the game had other ideas for him, not quite working that time. But his defense is in position, or is it because De Bruyne is at right back and he's had to pull his his center? Well, no, it is his right back now at left back, but well, works out eventually.
Yeah, either ways, Hyderabad, both these teams are kind of very sound defensively. On attack, of course, there's some scope of improvement for both of them. They've been trying. Arvind has been looking more sound over here. Adizima has been creating a lot of chances, but has been really fickle towards those final thirds, kind of double guessing himself. But this could be a good receive with Ronaldo. He's going to want to take things up, but Cancelo comes in clutch and manages to get the possession back to the boys from Jamshedpur FC. So we've got to see. It's almost half time. That's looming upon us in a few moments. We do have it. We will, in fact, have it. But before that, I really want to see some sort of an opener from either of these two teams.
Yeah, well, let's see if Arvind can provide that. He's getting in behind using Mbappe. No real support arriving. Now he finds it in Gullit. And, well, let's see if he can find a way to find those strikers. It opened up over there, the passing lane to Ronaldo, but unfortunately for Arvind, he could not spot it. And now Adizima again will be looking to make those manual runs and find those passes. With De Bruyne, of course, a great passing range available to him. But you can see those passing lanes being cut out very effectively by Arvind, not allowing Adizima the easy passes at all, and well, causing him to think so long that eventually it's half time. And of course, if it stays like this, it is more advantage to Jamshedpur FC because if this match ends in a draw, they will be guaranteed that 1 point for sure.
Oh yeah, I think this is again going into the way Arvind and Akash want, right? As long as there's nothing being scored from Adizima's side. But that being said, Adizima still did create quite a lot of opportunities, and in the second half, he's still gonna try and do a little more of that. In fact, he's gonna want to get a little bit more aggressive. That is where it all comes down. If Arvind can find that perfect opportunity, if he can look for that break, that counter attack, and score one. So that pretty much seals it, right? Last time it was a very interesting tie again, but I think nothing was there to separate these two players. It was a one each scoreline, so two very evenly contested players, and now it's already the beginning of the second half, and we are yet to see the first goal of this game.
Yeah, and I think we've only really seen the keepers had to make one save, and I think that was the shot from Arvind. So Adezima has not really made the opposition keeper work. All his shots have either been blocked or he's just not taken the shot. And now he's moving up the gears just a little bit, finding those opportunities. Could have returned the ball to Ronaldo over there, but he's looking for that high percentage opportunity. Goes for the cutback, finds it, and this time takes the shot, pulls the trigger. The substitute comes on, gets the job done. It is 1-0 Hyderabad FC, and this is the position that Hadizima absolutely thrives on. He's going to now sit down, soak up the pressure, and play on that counter attack as much as he can. A Terra Virtua super moment of the match, potentially for sure.
Oh yeah, and just finding that late cutback over there was all he needed. And now Arvind Mas, he's got to make sure that he at least scores an equalizer, because if he does not, then things would go down to the wire, and Jamshedpur FC cannot afford to do that. And Jamshedpur FC cannot also settle with just that 1 point, right? They've got to get those three, because that would put them in a very healthy contention. They've played quite a couple of games, so the teams that are below them, they're going to recover. So we've seen that trend happening, where we sort of speculate that they can get back into the league and everything, and they suddenly lose a match out. So every game is of utmost importance, and now this could be a good break
Oof.
for our win, but a little bit sloppy there inside the box, and Adizima having no trouble taking it away.
Yeah, well, couldn't quite find a pass over there. I think he was waiting for a run from one of his forwards, and that run, unfortunately for him, never came. And now, Arvin's gonna have to think out of the box a little bit, because Adizima knows how to predict the standard stuff that everyone would try to do. So he's gonna have to do something different. Getting forward with Gullit over here now, forcing it back, getting his wing backs involved as well with Hakimi over there. The offside trap being used very aggressively by Adizima, and now works the shooting opportunity with Eusebio. Clear shot on goal,
No
and
way.
wide, and it's wide.
That could have been as close that he could
Oh
get.
my God!
This is so brutal. Oh, thank God. Ruben making a clutch escape, and there, almost Adizima had his heart out of his mouth in that moment, because had that gone in, that would have been so devastating for him. But he's gonna try to make something happen again from that right wing, but eventually he decides to just pass it behind.
Yeah, I mean, for a moment I thought, is this DK with the controller? Because these things only seem to happen to him. But Adizima there, well, the great escape, you would have to say, somehow survived that. The goal kick played straight to Eusebio, and you never want to be in that kind of situation. I'm sure he would have been, even though he's very poker faced on the camera, he would have been very, very nervous when that happened. And well, again, he has the opportunity now again with Mbappe. This time a big
Oh,
shooting
wow.
opportunity, and into the corner it goes. Adizima, I think, maybe has control of this match now.
Yes, I think with experienced player, this is what really comes handy, right? Initially in the first half, you make those mistakes, but that little time you get after that first half ends, that is where you kind of contemplate on what you can do better, what mistakes did you make, and that quick adaptation really helping Adizima out. And Arvin now severely going through a tough time. He's got to pull off something, out of his box over here, because right now he's creating those chances, but the shots are not as accurate, right? They're not as clinical as you would want them to be. But Adizima, he's gonna continue now. Now he's gotten that little bit of a cushion, right? He knows it's 70 minutes passed by already. All I've got to do is play it a little bit safe and sound. Do not try anything out of the
Oh,
world. But all right.
oh my God, that could have been the pass of the season if he had managed to pull it off. It looked like Messi was just offside over there. And you could see what he was doing. For a moment, it looked like suddenly he had forgotten which side he was supposed to attack. He was running with Ruben Diaz back towards his own goal. And then out of nowhere, went for that lofted pass, which found its target. Unfortunately, that target was offside. But now, getting into the box, Arvind Mas throwing everything at it. Of course, Adizima very, very well equipped to deal with these situations. But the pressure is incessant from Arvind Mas over here. Can he find the right ball through? Can he create that shooting opportunity? Now with Eusebio, he'll surely look for a cutback. And
Oh,
well, that is read well enough. And now on the counter, this could be good night if Hyderabad FC and Alzima can play it right. And he has played this right over here. Not the ideal shooting angle. He's going to have to look for another pass as well. Or will he? I think he's still holding on to the ball. Maybe trying to give Akash a little taste of his own medicine for the time wasting tactics he employed. But no, going for that shot, trying to get it onto Messi's left foot over there. Not quite able to. And yeah, he's playing this very, very smart, you have to say, Adizima. Just waiting for that opportunity to present itself and taking no risks otherwise. And I think he might just be able to make it happen right here. Trying to get it away, but no. Oh, second bite of the cherry.
I think this could have possibly been lights out, but again, he's keeping the attack up, and
Oh,
I think this is it, right, Azim? We are going for a game number 3 with whoever winning does manage to come out as the victor of this entire matchup. But with Hakimi, that pace coming into action, goes for the cutback, but finding no bodies. In fact, Marquinhos from Adizima's side managed to retrieve it. But again, Arvind has managed to take possession. Now, with every single passing minute, it's getting so deadly. With Eusebio has to go for the shot, but directly at the face of the goalkeeper out there, and I think this is it.
Yeah, I think there's a pause cued by Hyderabad FC, maybe just to waste a little time with the substitution. But there you can see Adizima has read everything that Arvind has thrown him to perfection. Maybe taking my pre-match comments, if he has been listening to them a little personally, saying, "Okay, you say I haven't been defending well here. I will show you my defense." Clearly, looks like he's been really, really on top of his game, and well, he's found those opening, those goals. We thought he might have regretted those misses in the first half, but yeah, I mean this could have been 3 or 4-0 this game.
Yeah, I think this certainly could have been, but for now, this makes it a whole lot more exciting, right? Imagine Arvind winning it out. It ended in a 2-0 scenario. Jamshedpur FC being a certain those 3 points wouldn't have been more fun. Now this situation is more like it, right? I certainly like it. Fighting for those 3 points in that core
Oh,
battle, but a good chance again being missed by Arvin, and yeah, pretty much the last corner of this game is what we're speculating goes for a longer one this time. Ronaldo winning the ball, passes it on towards Messi, making no mistake. There you have it, the final whistle blowing off, and Hyderabad FC, they are right back at it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading to the third game, the final co-op that decides who gets those crucial 3 points.
yeah, and of course, if the last co-op that we saw between these guys is any indication, we can expect some fireworks. It was, of course, Jamshedpur FC who prevailed, winning 4-3 in that match. So, if we can get another 7-goal thriller out of these two teams, I think we'll be pretty happy with that.
Oh yeah, I think we would all love that. But this time, Adi Zima, the last time where he went up against Arvind Mas, it ended in a draw. But this time finding solace and finally getting the better side. So now Arvind and Akash, they will have to be, they just can't sit down again and be, looking at their woes. They have to get back in. And DK and Adizima, we know they've been working a lot on their co-op matches. They've been looking really solid. They've been playing some good FIFA lately together. And with Adizima in such a good form, this is exactly what Hyderabad FC need right now. They would want him to score pretty early on. And DK had been looking very instinctive too, because he was not really making a lot of mistakes or anything at all. It was just that, him doubting him doubting himself over there kind of led him to his downfall. And Akash kept things way too simple. It went down to the wire towards the end. But yeah, this is what it is all about, ladies and gentlemen. The third game that decides the fate of both these clubs.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute firecracker. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's going to be a big, big game. And you can see, I think Hyderabad FC on the balance of play just about deserving to win that game. Arvind, of course, did actually have more shots on goal and, of course, more passes than Hyderabad FC and Adizima, but could not make them count. Adizima's defensive positioning back to the defensive supremacy that we have known him for. And going into the game, of course, game 3, the momentum will be with Hyderabad FC, and they will really, really be looking to make that count, looking to throw a spanner into the works, looking to make someone's day around them. I'm sure the likes of Bengaluru FC, Northeast United FC, who are, of course, in action later today, all of these guys are going to be watching this game with a huge interest, saying, come on, yaar, ek aur team knockout ho jaye, yaar. Just make it a battle now. It's now 7 teams battling. Let's make it 6.
And I'm pretty sure that DK and Adizima must have been offered something or the other. But regardless, for all you viewers, we're not just offering you something, we are directly gifting you something. All you have got to do is head over to www.terravirtua.io/ISL, and after signing up, all you're getting is a free NFT that is known by the name of VFleck, that is worth $19.99. So that's a really good looking VFleck robot over there, especially the one on that Jamshedpur FC jersey. I like those little patterns down below. So yeah, I mean, I have already secured mine with the Odisha FC one, and yeah, Azim is kind of in a dicey situation. He's still not able to figure out Northeast United FC or Jamshedpur FC, or maybe he's just waiting for someone to win this eISL so that he can have that winner's VFleck. more valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you can customize it to whatever team you would like. So if you're a die-hard fan of whichever team, just head over and get your free NFT. But of course, we now need to head over to the match and figure out who's going to win this. It's going to be so tight. I'm expecting it to be an absolute eISL classic for this one. I think it's going to be a really tight game, an entertaining game, because for Hyderabad FC, they've got nothing to lose. I think they can absolutely throw the kitchen sink at this game, just go all out attack, really take the game to Jamshedpur FC, because they need this win more than Hyderabad FC do. And they could really be the party poopers for the Jamshedpur FC season.
Yeah, I think if Hyderabad FC managed to take down Jamshedpur FC at this point, that would be a huge blow to their chances of getting into the top 4. Right now, we're not going to be asking them asking a lot out of Jamshedpur FC. The top 4 is what their goal has to be. They've got to make it to the playoffs, and the worst part is 3 other teams also are in contention. So the top 7 that we have in our standings right now, everyone has a good chance. All they've got to do is win as many games as they can, and Jamshedpur FC, considering I believe this is their 15th matchup, they cannot afford to let this slip by, because FC Goa, they've played 13 and are still in a really promising position. So they've got to do anything and everything and try to win this one out. All right, so again, Azim will be with us in just a little while, but before that, we're waiting for the games to get started off, and a little bit of banter between the players, and DK has that sly smile. He's like, "Jeetne to nahi dunga tumko, kuch bhi kar lo." So we've got to see Akash and Arvind. They've got their game faces on completely, just waiting, just itching for the game to start. And I think it's going to be more about who scores the first goal and who carries on. Because finally, what we're witnessing DK smile. This was much needed. Whenever DK is in a good mood, good things happen to Hyderabad, and we know he is a prolific finisher. So all that Adi Zima has got to do over here is going to play a little bit that FC Goa style, right? Where V Sharma is the one who feeds the ball to Apnan, and in this case, of course, he's going to feed it to DK and then take the shots. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to learn some good old FIFA from the boys from Hyderabad FC.
Hello, I'm Aditya. I'm 23. I'm from Bhopal and I'm representing Hyderabad FC.
Hi, I'm Darvesh. I'm 22 years old and I'll be representing Hyderabad FC.
मैंने फीफा खेलना छोड़ दिया था. 4 महीने में फीफा बिल्कुल टच नहीं करा था. फिर जैसे ही इतने बड़े टूर्नामेंट की न्यूज़ आई, eISL, जो पहली बार हो रहा है इंडिया में, विद अ बिग प्राइस पूल लाइक 78 लाख, मुझे लगा यार इसमें तो कम्पीट करना पड़ेगा. आई स्टार्टेड प्रैक्टिसिंग एंड लकीली मैं टॉप 22 प्लेयर्स में आ गया. अब यहाँ आ गया हूँ एंड आई गॉट अ प्लेयर लाइक धर्वेश एंड आई होप कि मैं टूर्नामेंट में एटलीस्ट टॉप 4 में आ सकूँ.
And a LAN event after 2 years for FIFA. So I was very excited naturally. तो मेरे को लगा ट्राई करते हैं, and after that I ended up in the top 22 players in the country. So I'm here playing eISL representing Hyderabad FC.
2v2 is a new concept in FIFA competitive this season. बट मैं लास्ट 10 साल से खेल रहा हूँ अपने भाई के साथ, एंड थोड़ा इस एक्सपीरियंस की वजह से मुझको मालूम है द गेम विच आर नॉट गोइंग इन आर फेवर, मेरे और धर्वेश के प्ले स्टाइल की वजह से, बिकॉज इट्स टोटली डिफरेंट. मुझको मालूम है थोड़ी बहुत प्रैक्टिस की वजह से हम इम्प्रूव कर लेंगे.
So in 2v2, me and Adi have not had the results we wanted till now, even though we've put out some decent performances. But I believe that is because we've been trying a certain play style which we're going to switch up, and I know we're going to make it work.
The game against Chennai, I feel like we were very unlucky. I was really hoping DK will get a result out of it, and हाँ एक draw लेके आ गया. And then the game against Saransh के against मैं बहुत unlucky था. But Saransh of course है इंडिया का one of the best players है. But co-op में आप believe नहीं करेंगे, हम 3-0 हारते हैं and we somehow managed to choke it. But कोई नहीं, हर बार कुछ सीखने मिलता है. अच्छा हुआ इतना जल्दी फर्स्ट गेम में ऐसा हो गया. अब आई नो कि नेक्स्ट गेम में कभी ऐसा नहीं होगा. 3-0 की लीड तो कभी चोक नहीं करने वाले.
I think the favorite two teams of the tournament currently are, for me personally, FC Goa. They've been very consistent with their co-op performances. Even when they're not doing very good with solo, they eventually clutch it up in co-op. And the other team is SC East Bengal. They've only played 2 games, but they've absolutely smashed all of their results. And I think these two will be the favorites to win.
डार्क हॉर्सेस आई फील लाइक वो हम हैं. बहुत बड़ी लीग है एंड अभी सिर्फ 5 मैचेस हुए हैं और मुझको मालूम है कि हम इवेंचुअली क्लच अप कर ही लेंगे टॉप 4 में आने के लिए. वी हैव प्लेड ओनली 5 गेम्स एंड कम्पेयर टू अदर टीम्स. कुछ टीमों ने ज़्यादा भी खेला हुआ है एंड आई फील लाइक हमने सारी अच्छी टीमों से खेल लिया है. नॉट अच्छी बट प्रॉब्ली टॉप 2 के अगेंस्ट तो खेल ही लिया है. तो एंड द कोऑप हैड बीन द प्रॉब्लम विद अस एंड आई एम प्रीटी श्योर हम लोग उस पर काम करेंगे एंड जो भी रिजल्ट उसकी वजह से ही आएगी इवेंचुअली. सब लोग कोऑप में ही क्लच कर रहे हैं तो आई फील लाइक हमें भी करना ही पड़ेगा.
I totally agree with Adi. It's just been 5 games and it's a very long league, 15 more matches to go. And I believe if we take one game at a time, we'll clutch it up.
To all the fans who have been supporting us and especially Hyderabad fans, thank you for supporting us and please keep supporting us and I really hope you'll clutch it up.
All right, so this is it, right? The moment we've all been waiting for. Jamshedpur FC going up against Hyderabad FC, and this is going to be the decider, the co-op battle. And I think even just before in the interview, we saw, Adizima mentioning about them trying to get better in terms of co-op, but that was when they just played 5 games, right? As the leagues had proceeded, they've managed to recover themselves back in. They have been playing some really good FIFA, and now this game is where it all comes down to. DK and Adizima, can they put a stop on Jamshedpur FC's run for that playoffs? Or is it going to be Jamshedpur FC walking off with a victory and having a really good position in the top 4?
Yeah, well, we did see them, of course, mentioning they've learned a lot of lessons from their co-op, having, dropped a 3-goal lead early on in the tournament, and now they're ready to go. It's going to be a cracker, this game. I think Jamshedpur FC will be feeling the pressure, no doubt about it, and they'll really, really want to get that win. They know a draw is an okay result, but not a result that really does much for them, of course. It's a step in the right direction, but they want to psychologically put that pressure on the other teams. Yes, you might have played a game less than those around you, but just psychologically looking at that table and saying, okay, we're still in that top 4, that still has a lot of value. And let's see what they can do. Hyderabad FC, I think they should go out and have fun, go and attack, really, really take the game to Jamshedpur FC. And we're seeing that early on with Ronaldo getting in there. Lovely little bit of a skill to get away from, the other Ronaldo who was defending, something you don't really see in real life these days. But, this is, of course, the magic of the world of FIFA. And now Jamshedpur FC looking to get forward, but not quite able to, and Hyderabad FC can come back again.
Yeah, especially in the world of FIFA, we do not really get to see, all these star players playing together, right? You've got to grind for all those cards, and I think, Azim, you must have lost a lot of hairs trying to do that. But that being said, Jamshedpur FC, they were looking a little deadly over here, but the attack stopped right on its tracks.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of the grind, I mean, it's not just the grind. It's about being regular about it. Every week you got to work and do those squad building challenges and squad battles, and it really becomes a lifestyle after a while. Like, it just becomes part of your day. I'm going to do 2 or 3 SBCs, find a few players, try to get an icon. I mean, I managed to get a couple of hero cards, and I was very pleased with that. And team of the year, though, I mean, if I find one card, I'll probably throw a party for everyone.
I mean, that's that rare. But here we've got all the players, being gifted with these accounts, and just for you guys watching out there. So might as well hit that like button, because they are putting their hearts out, and so are we, making sure you see some amazing FIFA action. It doesn't get better in this country, at least. These are the best of the best going up against each other. It's 15 minutes gone past by, and it feels like a rubble, right? Back in the school days, everyone just prying for that ball, and a lot of tackles. We've seen the players trying to get a little physical, going in with this, going in for those desperate moves. Shows how badly They want to have possession over the ball, and well, Jamshedpur FC definitely have done that with Ronaldo passing it on towards Ronaldo Nazario. Oh, a little overwhelming with that shot.
Yeah, going for the typical chop back and the finish shot in the corner, but unfortunately, not quite connecting with the same purchase that he would like. And interesting to note that we are seeing DK's squad composition being used and not Adizima's, considering that Adizima was the guy who actually managed to win out against Arvind. So always interesting to see what that dynamic is in co-op matches, who really calls the shots, and good pressure from Hyderabad FC over here. Now the ball in behind, and they did spot it, but of course, unfortunately for them, so did Jamshedpur FC. Two players jumping in there to try and cut that out, and well, it's very tight, it's very cagey. Of course, these guys are very defensively sound, and when you add two players into that mix, that defending gets even more OP. But now getting into the box with Mbappe again, you can see the defenders in the right place at the right time for Jamshedpur FC. 25 minutes played so far in game, but haven't seen much. We've just seen that one shot sort of fired into Rose head, but nothing really. Both teams not allowing anything to happen. Both playing it a bit safe, but Jamshedpur FC now with the opportunity finding
Oh.
Messi, but well, his PSG teammate Marquinhos over there to quickly shut him down.
Yeah, I think Jamshedpur FC could do a little bit with some more patient plays, right? We did see those passes being really hasty, and that could have been a really bad break. And Hyderabad FC could have scored one, but well read by the boys from Jamshedpur FC. As now, this is a good chance. We're seeing a lot of players, going in for those long balls. With Ronaldo has to look for the cutback, but Marquinhos coming handy over there. And now with Bellingham, Hyderabad FC would want to continue their run, and this could be deadly. Somehow, Jamshedpur FC survive.
Yeah, I think in that moment, because the keeper was charging out, the chit would have done the job. I think Ankit Gupta looking back there would be like, "Kya yaar, chit kyun nahi kiya?" Because that's just how he likes to roll. But it would have been the most effective way to finish over there. Maybe with the ball bouncing on the half volley, it would have been a bit more difficult, and that's probably why they went for the safer shot. But a shot on target nonetheless. Safe force by the keeper, and something for Jamshedpur FC to think about. Hyderabad FC have looked pretty good, pretty threatening on the both teams. Actually, have largely been playing on the counter attack. There's not really much happening in terms of slow build up, and I think that is a little bit down to nerves. Players getting a little bit impatient, wanting to get that goal early on, and there you go again, losing the ball in midfield, and they will be looking for the ball in behind this time. Not quite working out for Hyderabad FC.
Yeah, I think now again it's sort of a back and forth FIFA, almost approaching the end of first half, and still the ice not been broken between these two teams. And well, Ronaldo's intentions were a little different. He wanted to cross it off, maybe with a cutback, but the defense of Hyderabad FC, the rock solid defense as we know of, did not let that happen. So it's going to be interesting as to how they're going to want to play things out over here with Hulit. And now I think a few last attacks before the first half whistle gets blown. But for now, I think all that Hyderabad FC are doing are just trying to buy a little bit more time, making sure that they have that last attack on them. And with Mbappe, what do you think has been the problem over here with both these teams not finding success?
I think obviously both teams are very good defensively. They're very organized with how they close down those passing lanes in midfield. But this time, Hyderabad FC managing to get in. It is going to take something special. And of course, the stakes are high, as we mentioned. Like, particularly for Jamshedpur FC, they know they can't make any mistakes. Hyderabad FC can have a few laughs about it because they're like, okay, you know what, we've given a good account of ourselves today. We're not really playing for that much at this point, and we can afford, even if it's a 0-0 draw for us, it's still a step upwards. It's still a step in the right direction, and they've been the team largely creating the better chances, or the better chance, shall we say, because there was only one chance over there. But I think it's going to open up more in that second half because Jamshedpur FC will be going for attack. They will be looking to win this game. And it just remains to be seen how much or how early they will try to go chasing that win. Because if you go too hard too early against Hyderabad FC, they can pick you off on that counter attack very easily. A change being made, Messi on for Pele for Hyderabad FC. So trying to go for a few long range shots maybe.
Yeah, get that extra little pace also, and through those wings we've also seen Messi doing wonders, finding that breakthrough So anything is possible over here. But Azim, it's all gonna come down to who makes that first mistake in this game. Both these teams, they have been defensively so good. It's been so difficult. It's been so difficult to try and take them down. But now someone somewhere down the line has to find it, and this could be Hyderabad FC with Ronaldo passing it on to Ritz Bellingham to Mbappe, and back and forth passes. Now this is some good stuff, right? But they go in for that finesse and they score just when nobody really anticipated. Oh, how on earth did that goal go in?
That's one of the meta shots, shall we say, the chop back and the finesse into the top corner, and definitely a potential contender for the Terra Virja super moment of the match over there. An absolute dream finish. We've of course seen only Ankit Gupta is one of the few players who's managed to pull this off with regularity, but Adizima is showing that he's got the techers as well. He's got the technique. He knows how to do it. And now it's going to be a big challenge for Jamshedpur FC. They could be 2 down, if it continues like this. And well, had the opportunity to go in, baiting those defenders to say, "Come on, come tackle me. Let me dribble past you." But this time, didn't quite work out. Hyderabad FC not able to capitalize. Jamshedpur FC now, I think, it's going to be at about 10 or 15 minutes in game before that panic button starts being pressed. If they don't manage to get that goal soon, I think we could see Hyderabad FC finding a lot of gaps to exploit. But there you go, a gap exploited. But Donnarumma there, right place, right time.
Doing the same, right? And this is getting so much more exciting right now. Hyderabad FC, I think they realized, right? Jamshedpur FC, they're not giving a lot of openings inside the box, so might as well take a shot outside of it. And had the perfect player, Cristiano Ronaldo, to pull that one off and managed to get that opening goal that they much needed. So again, that has brought them on their driving seats, and this is something again Jamshedpur FC can try as well. Go for those long finesse shots. They've been trying to get inside the box. They've been trying to play a lot on those, relying on those passes coming down towards that final third. But if they can do something like that, then that could have been really good. But for now, I think Hyderabad FC, they won't shy away from taking a similar shot like that. But this time, Maldini comes in for the interception, manages to get the possession back into Jamshedpur FC's half. And we've got to see if they can at least score an equalizer out of this one. Because if this goes on, Hyderabad FC steal those 3 points, I think Jamshedpur FC, that is going to be a big blow.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a massive blow for their top 4 chances. Of course, they are much closer to those top 4. But hang on, there is a shooting opportunity and the timed finish. Timed all wrong over there. And unfortunately not working out for him. And could that be a huge moment in the game? Hyderabad FC have looked the more dominant team. They've looked the team more likely to score. They have the 1 goal cushion. But I don't think 1 goal is going to be enough. They need to get that second goal to try and wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that is exactly what their intention is. But I think at that 80 minutes marker, that's when Hyderabad FC would want to have a few more men on their defense. But look at this shot. Clearly had no defender contesting for it, had all the room and space. And there you go. Completely beating Hullet over there. And let's go, is what DK says. He knows Adizima did make a really good shot. And a few substitutions. We have Varane coming in instead of Hakimi. Now, what could that mean?
Well, I think based on the radar, it looks like Jamshedpur FC are going 3 defenders at the back. So it looks like a 3-4-3, an ultra-attacking formation. Now Jamshedpur FC know they have to throw the kitchen sink at Hyderabad FC, and they found the opportunity. Surely a goal this time?
No way.
Donnarumma gets in there. It's not a penalty either. And now, still the ball with Jamshedpur. Look at those white shirts swarming around the box. They're all over the place. Can they find the cutback now? We'll be looking for it. Ruben Diaz in the way. This is going to be a frantic last 20 minutes. And of course, Hyderabad FC will have loads of space to exploit on that counter-attack. But very brave and bold move by Jamshedpur FC. Going 3 at the back. They need to find 2 goals. And well, this is pretty much the only way they can do that.
Oh yeah, and they're not going to find 1, but also 2 with Messi. This could be a good start, maybe. in their goal scoring journey. Quite a lot of scuffle happening, a lot of physicality being displayed. Ronaldo still maintaining the possession.
Oh my
And
God.
Jamshedpur FC, what is happening? Where are we? Which market is this? As Ronaldo is going to take a shot. Feels that I've been back into my school days. And Azim, my mind cannot process what I just saw right now.
Yeah, it almost feels like, for a Mumbai reference, it feels like you're watching a match being played at Juhu Beach over here. But now, the cutback was on, but decided to go for the shot instead with Vinicius. Not quite the right option, and now we'll see. Will we see more absolute mayhem in that box? Because there's so many players forward, and it's desperate defending at times from Hyderabad FC. You can see Joao Cancelo is absolutely knackered over there. His stamina has fallen down to 0. And, they're going to have to keep going. Can they get the opportunity to shoot? It's still carnage in the box.
No
And
way.
it's cleared somehow. What on earth is going on?
No way, no way. It suddenly feels like a fresh breath of air has been brought into this game. Jamshedpur FC, they know their lives are on the line. I would not really be surprised if they get all the bodies, even the keeper coming up, because they really need to score this one. They cannot afford to, let this one slip by. But Hyderabad FC, more determined as ever, getting as many men on the defense. And DK is really worried, but Adizima knows that, somewhere down the line, he's got it in the bag.
Yeah, well, I think maybe that pause just giving the Hyderabad FC boys a little bit of a moment to take a breather as well, break down that momentum just a little bit. It is their possession, of course, so they will still be in charge of the ball. But hanging on to that ball in co-op is not as easy as it is 1v1, because, of course, you can have two players doing a double man press on the ball, so that can get quite tricky, and you'll basically have 4 players running at you. And now they've lost it immediately. Big opportunity for Jamshedpur FC over here. If they can grab a goal now, it'll set us up for a grandstand finish, twisting and turning with Messi. The ball will still fall to Gullit. It's a free kick. Could that also be a red card, I wonder? No, just a booking.
Yeah, just a little warning from the referee coming in, and we've got to see how do they play this one out. Passed it on towards Ronaldo. This could be potentially the last and final attack, and Hyderabad FC know that they've got more than that they bargained for with Messi. Ronaldo has to take that shot. Just go for it. No way. Oh God.
And still, it's not over yet. And I think now it's over. They're just going to kick that ball out as far away as possible. And Hyderabad FC get the win in an absolute classic 1-0 encounter. You would have to say that second half was just something else. Really, really entertaining, breathless stuff. But there you go. That is the match win for Hyderabad FC. Takes them up to 16 points and helps them go up to, I think it puts them up a couple of places as well. So they'll be pleased with that. Jamshedpur FC had a big opportunity to go into the top 4, and I'm sure the likes of FC Goa, Bengaluru FC, Northeast United FC, they'll all be breathing a sigh of relief knowing that one of the top 4 contenders has dropped points.
Oh yeah, such an important matchup, and I'm pretty sure, DK and Adizima, they're going to be delighted with how they performed, and not just them. Teams like Chennai, Bengaluru, Northeast United, FC Goa, they're going to be pleased as well. And the ones who are going to be sad and gloomy are going to be, of course, our boys from Jamshedpur FC. The way things started off with Akash, and it all went falling down, just tumbling. And this one little goal, and it's so smart, right? This little pocket strat coming in from Adizima that thought he realized, Jamshedpur FC are showing some good defense inside the box, might as well go outside of it. And then what we witnessed from that 70th minute marker was absolute nuts. It was all out war between these two teams. Look at this goal. Everyone just contesting for the ball, and so chaotic. Oh.
Well, it's one of those days where Akash's luck has deserted him again. 2.3 the XG, but 0 goals scored, and of course Hyderabad FC scoring with just that one major shot, and 3 shots on target for them. The shot accuracy really is what did it for Hyderabad FC.
Yeah.
Jamshedpur FC had a couple of those moments where that time finish just ended up going wide. Didn't quite happen for them. But on the whole, you'd have to say Hyderabad FC, I think, just about deserving to win the 3 points on the day.
Yeah, I think at this point, Hyderabad FC, yeah, clear winners, and did deserve the way they played. A little bit of adaptations that they made in getting that goal scored, so that really helped their cause. And Jamshedpur FC, rightfully, I think they went in for the right strats. But what do you think went on wrong over there? Was it too late, or it was just Hyderabad FC showing a rock solid defense?
Yeah, I think Hyderabad FC's defense was fabulous, particularly in the co-op. And then, despite throwing literally, I think there were 30 players attacking for Jamshedpur FC at one point. It looked like in that box, and still just about managing to survive. Of course, the defensive cards and their attributes do help. The Marquinhos clearance that was made, that overhead clearance, would probably not happen if you were using like an 84, 85 rated defender. But of course, all the players have access to these cards, so everybody can reap those benefits. But those last 25 minutes, they were just something else.
Oh yeah, that indeed was. I'm still about to, trying to process what was just going on in the box over there. Jamshedpur FC just putting everything that they had, but nothing could be done over here. But right now, let's take a look at who the hero of the match is. I don't think we've got any doubts over who it would be. The man himself, Adi Zima, not just scoring those 2 goals in his own individual game, but also the winner, the only goal in the co-op game, and making sure that they walk off with those 3 points tonight.
He'll be very happy with that, of course, winning the 2 games that he was a part of, scoring those goals, and of course, for him the most, I think the part he would be happiest about would be the fact that he kept 2 clean sheets in both his game and the co-op game. Always the defense is something he prides himself on. And to keep a clean sheet against that absolute mayhem that was going on, I think he'll be very, very pleased with that. And of course, that lovely meta finish into the top corner. And I think he played a good game today. He really read the opposition, didn't allow any real chances to his opponents, and richly deserved hero of the match performance for him.
Yeah, I think he's also gonna have a few more accolades just coming up his way. Adi Zima definitely, putting up the show, and the Hyderabad FC fans are gonna be so happy and elated with how he played for them. But again, we've got to do those mathematics in our mind, making sure, like, do they even have a chance anymore of making it to the top 4? But for now, that's up for later. Let's take a look at the Terra Virtua super moment of the match, and I don't think there has to be any doubt on what that will be. This one goal that scored and was the decider between both these clubs. It was such an interesting back and forth matchup. Of course, Akash Ash winning his match, then we did have Adi Zima winning his individual game in the co-op. This was the goal. The meta finish that you're talking about, Azim, was the one that decided their fates.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw a lot of players actually try and attempt this throughout the course of this game. It was attempted at least 3 or 4 times, but then Adi Zima finally, when it mattered, getting that finish to end up in the top corner. And yeah, I think he's going to take that back as one of his memories. Everyone loves scoring a spectacular winning goal. And let's see now what impact this has on the leaderboard. I think Jamshedpur FC fans look away. It's not going to be a pretty sight for you all, because of course Jamshedpur FC is sitting now in 7th place, and the best of the rest for the moment, Hyderabad FC sitting there on 16 points, a game in hand on Jamshedpur FC, so they could potentially start putting pressure on them for 7th place. But if you look at that top 7, really just 2nd to 7th separated by 4 points is just ridiculous. SC East Bengal, of course, in the league of their own. Northeast United FC will be looking to put a stop to that at some point today. But it's just so close, that battle for the top 4. It's incredible.
Oh yeah, and like you said, we still have one more really interesting matchup for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. It's not over yet. Of course, we're done with this particular series, and like we mentioned, Hyderabad FC have finally toppled over Kerala Blasters FC, and I'm still trying to do the maths. But right now, I think it's better if we ask the man himself, Adi Zima, who is waiting for us in his studio over there. Adi, what an amazing win. Tell us about the emotions that were running through in that co-op game.
The co-op game was, I can't tell you that difficult. They're like Azim said, 30 players in the box.
and I'm pressing box, clear, but हो ही नहीं रहा है, and I'm panicking and DK is calming me down. कोई नहीं bro, 10 मिनट है, निकल जाएगा. Regardless,
But it
3
was
points
other
नहीं
way
आया तो नहीं वो ऐसा दिखता है, but it's not. He's usually calm.
Yeah, but of course a big win for you all takes you all up into 7th place now. But obviously वो 7 points का gap है now towards that top 4 battle. So how are you all approaching the games? Obviously mathematical अभी भी possibility है of reaching
This is
the top 4,
possible.
but how are you all approaching it now?
See, it's like I've been playing competitive FIFA from last 2 years, so
Yeah.
each and every game I go into, I want to win it. So I feel like that's the same with DK also, and हम like there are 6 games left. 6 जीतेंगे तो I'm pretty sure because of our games on is a lot compared to other teams. If it comes down to top 4, अगर 6 points game जीते तो I'm pretty sure top 4 आ सकते हैं.
जरूर आई मीन चांस तो है बट यहाँ पे हमारी बातचीत चल रही थी कि आजकल होटल्स में काफी सारे पिज्जाज बट रहे हैं आफ्टर यू वन आई थिंक दिस इज गोइंग टू बी अ ह्यूज ब्लो कौन पिज्जा खिला रहा है तो फिर आज
तो गोवा टोल्ड मी कि अगर तुम लोग ने हराया तुम लोग को पिज्जा मिलने वाला है तो
There you have it.
अच्छा हुआ आपने बता दिया वरना मैं भूल गया था ये.
Well, there you go. Free pizzas incoming tonight. So congrats, Adi. We'll chat with you soon. And congrats on the win once again.
Thank you so much.
See, there you go. I mean, I wouldn't have really mind a slice there, but it's all right. Once everything is over, we can all sit down with the players and have a really good gala dinner. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, for you guys out there, if you're watching it, you have a chance of winning a free NFT, right? You can get it. All you've got to do is sign up on www.terravirtua.io/ISL and you can get yourself this Hyderabad FC beautiful V-Fleck worth $19.99 absolutely for free.
Yeah, and of course you can customize it to whichever team you would like. So I think it's a pretty cool thing. Get on board with the ecosystem of the NFTs. Get on board. I mean, do it before. I mean, it's already cool right now, but do it before everyone else finds out how cool it is, and you can add to your cool factor.
Yeah, and especially after what Adizima performed and how we performed tonight, I'm pretty sure a lot of fans of Hyderabad FC are gonna want to have one of those NFTs out there. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're finally done with all the matches of this particular fixture. Of course, Hyderabad FC winning it out. But before we head out, a huge shout out to our sponsors, as the eISL is of course powered by Coca-Cola. Our associate sponsors Hero, our esports partners Nordwind Gaming, our platform partner PlayStation, and our digital collectibles partners Terra Virtua for making this event happen. But hey, we're not done. We're not done with the action for the night, right? We've got one more very interesting matchup waiting for you, but after this little short break.